introduced nearly 30 years ago, in that it's very big, and it was intended to cater for the wider rural area, not just the village of Bilston. As you probably all know, Bilston's famous for being 10 miles from everywhere. And so having a large facility has been really valuable. And it is massively used and massively busy, both indoor and outdoor, with a wide range of activity you're aware of. The one thing the original planners overlooked was storage. And it's been a bane of our existence for too long. And I have to commend John Tabor, my councillor colleague, who came up with this original idea of an extension storage on the side of the main hall, which is the most logical thing to solve the problem we've had with storage for a long time. I'm happy to take any other questions or comments people have.
Well, thank you. Would you like to add anything?
Well, yeah. I just want to paint a small picture about table tennis tables. They're on wheels, they're on casters, but we have to take them through a single door, down a corridor, turn right, corridor again, turn left, into the drama men's changing room where they're all stored. Right, drama starts this week for 4 nights. We're rehearsing. The ladies have the right-hand dressing room, the men have the left on the other side of the stage. So the table tennis tables have got to come out there tonight. And now shoved into the main hall, flat against the wall. So that's just one little picture of how we're hitting a storage problem. And the idea of the new extension on to the side of the building is so that table tennis tables can go flat, straight into the storage room and be stored. Along with tables, chairs, everything's going to go into this one storage room, which will unlock our sports facilities, dramas facilities, to be where they should be. That's basically, I'm just trying to paint a small picture there, that's all for you.
No, that's
thank you.
No, thank you for painting the picture. I think it's, again, and we keep saying this, these grants make such a huge difference, and it's so important because it's invested in the community. And we're very happy that we can do it. Darren, do you want to come in?
Well, it just sounds like a great facility with so many different functions going on it. Is that where we just installed the EV chargers? As in Bilston? I thought it was Bilston Village Hall though.
No, still.
Maybe it's Tilton, yeah, sorry. I'm just getting confused. Okay, if you need EV chargers.
Yeah, thanks. Noted.
Yes.
Simon?
They'll be back in a couple of months now. No, this is a good project. As they've said, it's always been a problem, storage space on these halls. And so, yeah, I mean, we should absolutely support this, get the project done, and it will just extend the facility and make it more usable for users. So, yeah, happy to support.
I think you're moving it, Simon. You're moving it?
Yes, happy to move it.
Thank you, Darren. A second. I think as Darren's just demonstrated, we get a real tour of the district with these things. And, sometimes you have to try and work out where the different parts of the district are. Fantastic scheme. Thank you very much for presenting it. Thanks to the officers. No further comments? All those in favour? Anyone against? Thank you very much, and good luck with the extension.
Thank you very much. And thank you to Saretta for immaculate attention to detail. Thank you.
Well, I read it out beautifully what they've got in front of me here, so I'll take the credit. Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you. Next one is 708-698, 9 Kibworth Beach and Parish Council. Installation of new fencing at Warwick Park. £16,808.18. No one attending, as I take it. Saretta?
No, nobody was able to attend tonight. Yes, so this project will replace the deteriorating wooden fencing around the multi-use games area at Warwick Park with secure ROSPA-compliant metal fencing and gates to provide a safer, more secure and longer-lasting environment, enhancing the appearance of the area. In terms of evidence of need, the original wooden fencing has deteriorated over time due to age and weather exposure and no longer considered fit for purpose. Regular safety inspections, including a ROSPA inspection, identified the fencing requires upgrading to meet current safety standards and improve security. This project will benefit residents, young people and visitors to Kibworth who use Warwick Park and its recreational facilities. It will meet council value of community leadership to create a sense of pride in place, enhancing the appearance, a facility which is owned and managed by the parish council, who have been and continue to be proactive in providing and maintaining pleasant, diverse recreational facilities and leisure areas for residents and visitors to Kibworth. Mugger is an area providing outdoor facilities for basketball and football, encouraging and providing a place for exercise, enjoyment of the outdoors, social interaction, improving both physical and mental health. And an enhancement of this area can help to attract visitors to Kibworth, encouraging them to visit other recreational areas and shops and businesses. The request is for £13,308.88 out of a remaining combined Kibworth's allocation of £53,000. There are 4 applications being presented from the combined Kibworth's allocations tonight, totalling £41,116.14, and if all were awarded, £11,883.86 would remain. One thing to be noted was that while councillors Hollick, King and Welbund all supported this project, their views did contain the advice they wanted to share that the parish council should ensure appropriate financial planning for the future maintenance and replacement of its assets, including consideration of establishing a sinking fund and reliance on grant funding for ongoing or repeat costs should be avoided, as such funding cannot be guaranteed. So yes, the applicant was unable to be here tonight.
I'm just trying to clarify, just because on my list I've got here that the Kibworth Beach and Parish Council is seeking £16,808. I've got amount requested £16,808.18. Above it, it's got seeking £13,308.88.
Something doesn't add up on the figures either, because if their allocation's 70,
Yeah.
that's right, is it? The combined Kibworths get the 70,000.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you take those 4 applications and they come to 41, then there's more than 11,883. I made it 20. They got 28,000.
But it says there's 53,000 left currently.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you explain?
From previous rounds, when we yeah, there was a £17,000 award made in round 1 to
They've already
Kibworth
had some
Scouts
out of
out of that allocation.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
so they've already had
extends
something
that.
out of this year,
Yeah.
and that's out of the 70.
Okay. Just to
I
quite.
that
do
right?
apologise about
no, look.
the confusion around the amounts. So £16,808.18 is the amount for the Coplow Centre.
And then it's been repeated
And
onto the.
it looks like, so on my copy here, which is correct and should
Soretta,
be...
don't worry, these things happen.
Thank
You know,
you.
there's no problem at all. So it's 13,308.88 is what
Correct.
the figure is, not as I said earlier. So it has been presented by the officers, moved and seconded. Anybody want to make any comments?
No, happy to support this particular project.
Okay, you moving this, Simon? Sorry.
Yes. happy
Okay,
to,
Darren,
yeah.
you seconded. Any comments at all? No. Okay, it has been moved and seconded. All those in favour? Anyone against? That's carried. Next one I've got is 7197.
I was going to say, as we've got 8 left still, are Steve and Claire required anymore? We can let them go home.
Yeah, I've told them they've got to stay till 11 o'clock.
Fair
We're
enough,
all going early, but they got. It's up to you guys. It really is.
I'd like to stay and see what's happening.
Yeah,
So, that's dedication. They want to stay. I see the looks from the public gallery thinking, hurry up, please. Okay. Next one is Kibworth Harcourt Parish Council seeking 13,762.26 for the installation of swings and surfacing. Speaker unable to attend. Soretta?
Correct. Yes, this project will replace the deteriorating swing equipment and surfacing at Jubilee Green with new industry-compliant swings and wet pour surfacing. The existing swings have been installed for several years and have deteriorated, and a ROSPA inspection carried out in August 25 identified the rubber seats are degrading, chains are worn, timber components are decaying, and the surface has shrunk and separated, creating potential trip hazards. The project will benefit children, young people, families and residents of Kibworth Harcourt and visitors who use Jubilee Green. The project aligns with community leadership to create a sense of pride in place, enhancing the appearance of the Jubilee Green area and promoting health and well-being and encouraging healthy life choices. This is an area providing outdoor play facilities for children, encouraging exercise, providing opportunities for play, supporting physical and mental health and social skills to children and young people. So the project is requesting £13,762.26 out of the remaining Kibworth allocations just covered. Again, the same views were returned from councillors Hollick, King and Welburn, who were all in support of the project but did contain advice for the parish council about future financial planning.
Thank you. I think again it's investment across another variety of age groups. Anybody want to make any comment at all? Darren? Happy to?
Nothing we haven't said before. Another great project. Happy to move it.
Simon?
Happy to second.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded. All those in favour? Anyone against? That is carried. Kibworth Tennis Club, £4,974 for the installation of steel steps, exterior lighting above the main entrance to the club, and creation of a tarmac area. Anything you want to add at all, Soretta?
Me this one.
Give you a break.
So the first part is replace the concrete staircase leading to the top courts with a new galvanised steel staircase. Secondly, replace the current gravel area at the entrance to the club and the top courts with a tarmacked area. And then thirdly, install a street-type light above the main entrance to the club. The current concrete staircase, the top step has a very big drop and does not comply with the required building regulations and can be difficult, sometimes impossible for some to use, especially Tiny Tots Tennis and U3A. For the current gravel area outside the entrance to the club, people with pushchairs and walking aids find it very difficult to enter and leave the club because of the gravel area. Some younger children have slipped on the gravel area as they are going from a slabbed path onto the gravel. For the entrance light, there is currently no lighting here, and from Monday to Friday, people are using the courts until 10 p.m. Before people leave the facility, the floodlights need to be switched off, thereby leaving people in complete darkness, relying on phone torches to leave through the main gate and walk across the gravel area safely. The project would promote health and well-being. The enhancements will provide an excellent, safer, more accessible facility for people of all ages. The club is a great place to promote health and well-being through exercise and social interaction. The facilities are also used regularly by 2 local schools, community groups such as the Kibworth U3A and senior citizens who visit the club on a Tuesday morning for coffee. And Paul is here tonight, I believe.
Okay, Paul Bradfield, you can decide to come and say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Claire, for a very concise review on on our project. Just to say that we are very keen as a tennis club to provide a strong community facility. We currently have 200 members, 204 members there, but we have more people who are not members of the club using the facility throughout the year. We have over 800 people who come to the club on a regular basis. We provide a full coaching program for just under 300 people, aged from 300, aged, not that old, aged from 3 years old, sorry, to the oldest being late 70s. So we're covering for all age groups and all abilities as well. From beginners through to team players. We're very keen to be part of the community in terms of we have good working relationship with the schools. Kibworth Mead Academy use the facility for their GCSE accreditation or doing the physical assessments, so the children use the courts there, and we provide all those facilities free of charge to the school. The primary school also use the facility throughout the year as well. The U3A use the facility, again, free of charge throughout the year as well. So it's a strong community facility. We have a lot of overheads that we have to cover at the club. We're having our courts, two of the courts resurfaced in 2 weeks' time. That's costing us £7,000 that we have to fund ourselves. 3 years ago, we had two of the top courts resurfaced, which cost us over £30,000. So we have to make sure we manage our sinking fund very carefully, because we do have these regular large outgoings. And so this project will help us make it a much safer environment for the club and make it more attractive. We're always looking to welcome new people to come and take up tennis and join the club.
Well, it's really been a night of firsts. We've had the revisit from the person who had the first grant. We've had the 100th grant to the 300-year-old participant. So incredible night.
It's obviously good for people of all ages.
Absolutely. Wonderful scheme. Darren?
I can't say it enough, I'm sorry, but the people who put their time into these community facilities and providing these facilities for other members of the community, not just your members. So always in awe of it, so happy to move it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank
Simon?
you.
Yeah, very happy to support this project. Yep.
We're blessed with some incredible volunteers in this district, we really are. And, we owe you all a great gratitude and thanks for what you do. It's incredible. Absolutely, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, I think this is tremendous. You're doing a heck of a lot with £4,974 on this, you really are.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for what you're doing. Thanks for everything you give to the community.
Thank you.
It has been moved and seconded. All those in favour? Anyone against? That's carried. Thank you very much.
Okay, no, thanks very much for your support. Thank you.
720-7119, the Well Kibworth, seeking £9,071 for upgrading of shop frontages and the main entrance access to allow level access and improve security. We do have a speaker in Andy Wright. The officers want to give a brief introduction on this?
So the evidence of need for creating the level access. We have a large proportion of older users with limited or poor mobility. Other users live with physical disabilities such as visual impairment or cognitive difficulties that make moving about difficult. Some use aids such as sticks, strollers or wheelchairs. Our current front entrance is stepped, making it hazardous or impossible to use independently. Though we have a multifold ramp that we can place at the door, but it's difficult to deploy and cannot be managed by a lot of our volunteers due to its weight and size. Regarding the door and window changes, after a break-in last year when an entire window frame was easily removed, we've been given professional advice that a more secure window is needed. The main door is also easily breached due to its aged design, in poor condition and no longer fit for purpose, putting our security at risk. All users, and in particular older residents and those with physical challenges, wheelchair and pushchair users will benefit. Meets the Council value of promoting health and well-being and pride in our place. The project demonstrates visible, practical community leadership, sending a clear message: everyone belongs here. The improved front entrance will create a welcoming, attractive and inclusive frontage that enhances the appearance of our high street. Will encourage wider use of the space, increasing footfall and vibrancy in the local area. By improving the physical gateway to our cafe and shop, we are strengthening the social gateway to participation, connection and belonging. And the request is for 9071 out of the remaining Kibworth allocation.
Thank you. Andy Wright. Thank you.
Good evening. I feel like the last man standing. I'm not sure how many were behind me. I haven't turned round. Then, thank you, Claire and Soretta, for that. Yeah, not a lot to add, like most people have said this evening, but the well has become a real, it's always been a hub of the community, but over the last few years it's become more so. Footfall is increased dramatically, and the door basically gets slammed 150 times a day, and it's the door's had it's falling off its hinges. We had to spend another 170 just to keep it going, but we were concerned after the break-in as well. They just popped the panel out and climbed in, and it's just a domestic plastic window basically. But the step, having the step, which is only yay high, but that's enough to act as a barrier for some people to be able to independently come and use the facilities. And as Claire said, we have the multifold ramp, but it's heavy, it's cumbersome. We've had people that have come to check on the accessibility and then have not been able to come in because you can't get in. You can get a level access round to the rear, but then we've got bifold doors that've got a high threshold strip that we can't do anything about. But we have a fully accessible toilet, which has been in for years, but you actually, at the time that was put in, that was the right thing to do. But we have this a bit of a dichotomy of you can't actually independently get in the building to be able to use the accessible facilities once you're in. And it's for, we have just such a range of people that come. We have a dementia cafe, we have a youth cafe. A lot of our volunteers are older people and have their own mobility, and we don't want to be a barrier to volunteering, as well as to anybody that just comes and uses us as a place to buy used clothing or a place to come and have a coffee with their friends either. So, and the high street, it doesn't look great. It's just a plastic window on the high street, and some bits of our Kibworth High Street aren't very well looked after by the property owners, and it'll kind of just lift the high street on that side as well. So lots of benefits for lots of people, and thank you for considering our second grant application after a very successful first grant application, which really did do a lot for the well and our volunteers.
Fantastic. Well, we'll do our best. My late wife was wheelchair dependent, and the amount of places we went to, and they said, oh, it's fully accessible.
Yeah,
and you got there and said, how? And they said, well, once you're up the steps, it's all level.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So quite incredible, really. Simon.
I know about the well. It's a very, very good project. Provides much needed facilities and support to people, so we should absolutely support this. It was
Totally
tragic,
agree.
I think, when they were broken into.
So you're
awful to do that to a place like this, but anyway, if we can make it more secure as part of this upgrade, then absolutely.
You're moving it.
I'm moving it. Yeah.
Darren, please.
Yeah, happy to second. I hear more and more about the good works that you're doing over there, so yeah, I'm happy to move. Oh, no, you've moved it. So
He's moved
I'll
it, you
second
seconded it. It's been a long night. Well, obviously, thank you for what you're doing. It is greatly appreciated, and it has been moved and seconded. No more comments from the officers? No? All those in favour? Anyone against? That is carried, and thank you very much indeed.
Thank you all. Thanks.
I now move on to, I've kept the Mayor of Lutterworth waiting all night. I'll be in trouble for this the next time I go. And the Deputy Mayor. I have to bring my passport to get in there, but I can see it. 720091, which is Lutterworth Town Council, who are seeking £29,350 for the purchase and installation of a new security fence and gate to improve security at the allotments. And we have the Mayor and Deputy Mayor of Lutterworth here. I'll ask the officers to introduce it, and then we'll invite you to speak to us.
Certainly, yes. This is for the purchase and installation of new security gate and perimeter fencing to deter vandalism protect tenants' plots and belongings at the allotments at Coventry Road in Lutterworth. So unfortunately, the site has experienced multiple incidents of vandalism resulting in significant damage. These incidents have left allotment holders feeling vulnerable and unsafe, and concerns were raised directly by allotment holders at a town council meeting. The allotments are located off a busy road and accessed by individuals of all ages, abilities and backgrounds, many of whom attend alone. The Town Council considers these factors may heighten feelings of vulnerability and has a duty of care to implement proactive measures to enhance safety and accessibility, and the project has therefore been identified as a priority. It will benefit all allotment holders and the wider community. It meets the council value of community leadership to create a sense of pride in place, responding directly to concerns, demonstrating a commitment to safeguarding a valued local asset. It promotes health and well-being, encouraging physical activity that supports mental well-being and fosters social connection. Improved security will help ensure continued access and reduce isolation. And it meets the value of creating a sustainable environment to protect future generations. The allotments promote local food production, biodiversity and environmentally responsible practices. It has clear benefits to the community, and the request is for 29,350 from a town allocation of 150,000. There are 2 applications being presented for the Lutterworth allocation tonight, totalling £101,350. If all applications were awarded, there would be £48,650 remaining. And welcome to...
Do join us, and apologies again for keeping you all waiting. I apologise also to the remainder of our guests in the public gallery.
That's all right. I'm just glad we're not on a ship. Thank you, Chair. My name is Val Cooper. I'm Chair of the Lutterworth Town Council. And in January, at our January Town Council meeting, we had a representation of the allotment holders. They came to see us. They weren't cross, they weren't angry, because some people do get cross with us. And they were just clearly upset because they work hard on the allotments. They put a lot of money, a lot of hard work into it. And then it's heartbreaking for them when they go in and everything is just vandalised. And they just asked us if we could help them. And not only did we feel duty bound that we should help them, but we wanted to do something because, as I say, they put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money into the allotments. So we considered it in council, and this was the solution that we came up with: a secure fence, a secure gate, just to deter vandals and try and keep them nice and safe, because they, as I say, they do feel vulnerable. Deputy Mayor, I don't know if you'd like to add anything to that.
Just very quickly, thank you, Chair. The old allotments were at the back of a small housing estate, so they were overlooked by houses on 3 sides. So vandalism wasn't something that occurred. Unfortunately, that piece of land had to go for housing development. We then had to look to see whether we could actually fulfil our duty to provide new allotments, which we have done, but obviously they're on the edge of town, on the road going up to Magna Park. So the vandalism side is more of an issue than it was before. As Val has said, the allotment holders themselves have been very reasonable and rational about this, but they are concerned about it. And when you go in and find that your polytunnels have been slashed and the glass on your cloches has been shattered, etc. So that's why, we are hoping that you will support this grant. Unfortunately, we actually haven't got any 300-year-old people working on there, but we've got a lot of younger ones, and obviously they take their kids along to learn, etc., up to 80 plus. who are still working on an allotment on a day-to-day basis. Thank you.
I have to say, one of the things I think we should be very proud of is the relationship between Harbour District Council and Lutterworth now is, I think, probably the best it's ever been. And, you know, we do thank you for coming along and putting these applications in. And I'm certainly very happy to support it. I think it's really well worthwhile. Simon?
Absolutely. If we can make the area more secure and give the allotment holders confidence in what they're doing and protect it from vandalism. I hope the police are being helpful.
They have been, yes. They've been fully informed.
Good.
It's difficult to catch them in the act.
Yeah, that's the problem. But if through this fencing we can help make the area more secure, improve community safety for the allotment users, then it's a very good project. Happy to support it.
You're moving in?
Yeah.
Darren?
Yeah, happy to second this. At risk of repeating myself, these community spaces build communities, dare I say, buzzing with sort of like vibrancy and stuff like that, and produce. And obviously, if they eat their greens and they live well, they might make 300 years. So we'll look forward to that. But yeah, so definitely I'll second this, and it's a great project. Thank you.
Okay, well, it has been moved and seconded. Any other comments? No, everyone's happy. So all those in favour? No one against? Thank you very much for coming. Pleasure to see you. Travel safely back. Okay, we now move on to the 7205211 Tugby and Keythorpe Parish Council. They're not able to attend. They're seeking £4,467 for a community orchard and wildflower meadow and restoration of neglected verge, troughs and for bulb planting. Soretta? Oh, you are? I've got down here, unable to attend. So you're very welcome to speak. Thank you.
Apologies. Yes, the parish clerk, Michelle, and Councillor Story were able to join us tonight. So this application is for the creation of a community orchard with wildflower meadow and restoration of a neglected verge and bulb planting. The project will enhance the village environment, developing unused and undervalued spaces, strengthening connections between the Wood Lane area and the main village, and creating lasting community assets through restoration of a neglected verge, creation of a community orchard with wildflower meadows, and the installation of troughs for bulb planting. In terms of evidence of need, there has been a long-standing feeling within the village that the A47 has created a physical and social divide. The project has been developed in response to this concern and aims to strengthen community identity, reduce isolation and create shared spaces. The need for a community orchard has been raised on many occasions by parishioners, and this grant provides the opportunity to achieve this aspiration. The project will support inclusion of residents through the creation of biodiversity verge, helping those residents on the opposite side of the A47 to feel part of the community. Community Growing Hub has canvassed interest through the village WhatsApp group, social media and village letter, and the Forest School has also expressed support. The orchard will provide opportunities for residents to learn new skills, harvest produce and participate in community activities, supporting people with small gardens, encouraging social interaction, reducing loneliness, and creating opportunities for volunteering and community involvement. It meets the council values of community leadership to create a sense of pride in our place, promoting health and well-being and encouraging healthy life choices, and creating a sustainable environment to protect future generations, introducing heritage fruit varieties, wildflowers and habitats for pollinators, supporting biodiversity and long-term environmental sustainability. The request is for £4,467 from a parish allocation of £10,000, so if awarded, £5,533 would remain.
Thank you, Soretta. My apologies. Welcome. Please.
Sorry, I arrived early at the desk, didn't I? Sorry. Yes, Beautifully put, thank you. You've covered everything I thought I might need to add, but no, that you've covered it all. It is all about getting out in our environment, not only improving all the verges that sometimes can get left to make them look pretty, so the entrance to the village looks more appealing when people come into the village, but it's also improve to raise the biodiversity within our village, and the area of the A47 of Tugby, our village is divided by the huge trunk road that goes through our village, but we are cutting back the verges, and we would like to put seasonal plants, wildflowers, flowers and bulbs within the area, just to and also to keep it cut back. But the community gardening hub will maintain this, so the grant would be able to provide for us to initially set up to make it look more appealing for the village. But the community gardening hub will be there to maintain and keep it looking nice once we've done it. Also, the A47 crossroads is notoriously shrouded by overgrown trees, and it will include cutting back and making it more visible for the cars to cross over there. So it is not there's just so much that we would want to do on this project. You know, it's about getting people outside the community, the orchard, but it's also improving where we are and feeling proud about our environment.
It's pride in your place and pride in your community.
Yeah,
that's tremendous.
Yeah.
Really do. Thank you for that. Thank you for what you're doing and for all the volunteers. Darren, do you want to come in?
Yeah, it just sounds like a great project. I just wondered, are you going for heritage apples?
Yes, we are. Yes, heritage trees. We've been donated some from an orchard from not far away. I think it's the one can actually maintain, and so we were going to be adopting fruit trees. So yeah, so
excellent.
So it will be.
Because there's the Leicestershire Heritage Apple Project as well, so you just sign up to that.
Right, okay.
They'll support you. That's okay. Yeah, happy to sort of move this.
You're moving it, Simon?
Yeah, happy to support and second.
There we go.
Thank you very much for coming. That's brilliant.
It's a tremendous scheme. All those in favour? Anyone against? That is carried.
Thank you.
And thank you again.
Perfect.
I'm sorry you were missed off the list.
No, sorry.
Thank you. Next item is number 29. 7200420, Lutterworth Masonic Association. They're seeking £72,000 for comprehensive refurbishment of the fire safety system at the Wycliffe Rooms in Lutterworth. There are some special terms and conditions that I'm sure we will hear about, and we do have two representatives here, and as I say, we are looking at £72,000 for this project. Loretta, is it?
Yeah.
Soretta, sorry, Loretta. I'm changing the staff's names now. I'm doing well here.
So the project will enhance and replace the existing fire protection system at the Wycliffe Rooms to meet enhanced legislative standards and improve accessibility by installing a new fire alarm system, fire doors, passive fire stopping, emergency lighting and void protection. The current fire protection system has reached the end of its serviceable life, does not meet the latest legislative standards following changes after the Grenfell disaster. A routine fire assessment identified significant upgrades required to remain compliant, ensuring the building can remain open. Demand for services has increased significantly. It's used by more than 11 charities each month, a wide range of businesses, community groups. It benefits residents of Lutterworth and surrounding areas who use the Wycliffe Rooms for social, recreational, arts, cultural, wellbeing activities. It provides over 300 metres squared of community space, supporting charities, voluntary organisations, small businesses and a wide range of community groups. It supports physical and mental health through activities such as exercise classes, dance, social groups, mental health drop-ins and warm spaces. It also provides employment, volunteering, apprenticeships and work experience opportunities. It meets the council value of community leadership to create a sense of pride in our place. It's an important community venue in Lutterworth. It hosts festivals, events, activities,
endless, promoting health and well-being, providing a safe and accessible environment for social interaction, mental health support and inclusive community activities. And it supports businesses and residents to deliver a prosperous local economy, supporting tourism, local businesses, employment, attracting visitors from local, national and international audiences, and providing a flexible space for small businesses and entrepreneurs. So this is the second application being presented for Lutterworth. There is a total project cost of £113,207.45, with Wycliffe Rooms meeting the balance of £41,207.45 with their own reserves. The special condition, while the applicant has endeavoured to secure 3 comparable quotes for all elements of their projects, they have as yet been able to secure 3 for the void protection element, but given the urgency of the project, officers have put forward the application to the decision panel with the special condition that there should be evidence of best endeavours to secure comparable quotes to ensure value for money before funding, if awarded, was released.
Okay, and that decision as to whether that meets the criteria is to the officers. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, so as part of the application process, we do ask for 3 quotes for all elements.
Absolutely perfect. Please do come and join us.
I was really nervous when we came in, so actually the fact that everybody's gone is kind of a bonus. What can I say about the
leave? You got a problem.
What can I say about the Wycliffe Rooms? You know, I could talk for hours about all the things that we do and get involved with post COVID. The building has become an absolute lifeline to the town and the people. I'm very fortunate in that there's lots of faces here that I recognise through visits and various things. You know, we've met at the Wycliffe Rooms back probably 2021, and you know, there's been. We do everything from nude burlesque shows that empower women right through to mum and baby groups, men's mental health drop-ins every Sunday morning. You name it, we've probably done it at some point. And the diversity is what gives us real strength. But we are in a hell of a mess, and I'm not overstating that. So when we had the fire risk assessment, we have to undertake a fire risk assessment every 5 years. We had our last one at the tail end of 2025, and we were advised in the strongest terms that we have a very, very short time frame to make improvements before we really have to consider the future of the building. And I have never been so worried about its future. It stood since 1936 when it was built as the town cinema, and we are at a bit of a crossroads if we can't raise this money. We've taken out a loan to cover the gaps. And there are a few other bits that aren't subject to this application, but things like electrical rectifications that were identified, which we're also having to cover, along with the damage that this work is going to cause, like replastering, redecorating as a result of it, because they're going to have to chase out the walls to take out obsolete cables so they don't get mixed up in the future. It's a mess, and we're just trying to unpick it all and get everything done within the time frame that was advised to us, which is why we've been fighting tooth and nail to get these quotes. I've got a promise on one for tomorrow afternoon, and then the other person who was coming out's wife went into premature labour. So, you know, when you're just thinking 2026 isn't my year. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to take questions and help and answer anything we can, because I recognise that we're asking for incredible generosity from you guys.
Well, let me say one thing. You might be nervous, but you put the case over very, very well. We appreciate that this is a really important building. It really is at the heart of the community. And I think that, you know, it's, as Darren and Simon have both said tonight, you know, this is all about trying to invest in our community for the future. And when we say our community, we mean the whole of the district, because that is our community. And I, for one, think this is an important opportunity. You might be at a crossroads, but I think we can help you to get this resolved. And I certainly think it's a scheme that we would want to assist you with. Darren, do you want to come in?
Yeah, I'd love to. So, as good as the officers' notes were, they didn't portray the jeopardy You've really just portrayed the jeopardy that the building's in. I've seen the building, I've seen what goes on there. It's amazing. Haven't been in it, unfortunately. I have had a coffee in the coffee rooms, but yeah. So yeah, and it's kind of another nod to what this community grant does. If you had had a constant stream of available money, you wouldn't be in this position now. So long may this grant live. Unfortunately, we know it's not going to, but this is why it is here. So yes, I wholeheartedly support this and happy to move it.
Thank you, Simon.
Yes, you've explained very clearly why you need this money to keep the building going, so I'm very happy to support it. Nothing to do with getting this money, but just out of curiosity, is there still a connection with Masons?
Yeah, so the Luton Masonic Association are made up of 200 strong membership of Masons, and they own the building. But each year they put in a £14,000 subsidy to keep it afloat, despite the fact they own it, and allow it to be used by the community, with the exception of one small room. So they are very ambivalent in their approach, and welcome people to come in and look round, and they support things like the Heritage Open Days, where they open up to their rooms for people to come and see. And yeah, there is still a connection there, and we are fundraising desperately through that association. But the problem is time is so far against us. Like, we've managed to pull in a little band do on Friday, and we put like £181 in the raffle, but it's just not enough fast enough, whereas this grant will unlock that.
What did you say, £72,000, an awful lot of money?
Yep.
You've got a real problem on your hands, and I think we hopefully can help you here. Simon, do you want to come back in?
Yeah, no, happy to. Did you move it?
I did.
You did?
You
Right.
can move it again.
No, I'll second it.
Okay. Well, it has been moved and seconded. I'm very happy to support you. Thank you for what you're doing. And I hope this goes a long way to solving your problems. So all those in favour? Anyone against? There's your answer.
Thank you. I'm going to go before I cry.
Don't cry. Okay, number 30, 7207984, First Kilworth Scouts, Husbands Bosworth Parish, seeking £4,045 to upgrade the front door and upgrading of windows. Seem to be doing lots of windows tonight, don't we? Okay, do you want to present it? Then I've got Kerry Weston down as a speaker. Thank you, Kerry.
Okay. So to upgrade the external front door from the damaged old wooden one to a modern UPVC double doors, and also to upgrade 5 old single glazed Perspex windows to UPVC double glazed ones. The new windows and door were discussed at the AGM, with many parents, residents and leaders commenting upon their tired appearance, limited insulation, reduced security and just being unfit for purpose. The Scout Hut is used weekly for beavers, cubs and scouts, with around 50 members. Lots of young people within the local community learn skills in scouting. Our groups are accessible to all young people. However, improving our appearance, making us more energy efficient and improving our safeguarding for all when inside are all essential. Meet the council value of promoting health and well-being and pride in our place. Having new windows and doors will improve our overall look and send the message to our young people, you matter and this space matters. The current windows and damaged wooden door result in a cold, uncomfortable space. Installing UPVC double glazed windows and the door will create a warm, safe and accessible environment. These would also help to improve our energy efficiency and the ability to keep costs down and offer a wide programme to support young people's physical, social and emotional well-being. The request is for 4045 out of a remaining parish allocation of 20,000. There's just a special condition to read below. Any grant awarded should be made with a special condition that the money would only be paid once a signed, agreed heads of terms has been received for the Scouts' renewal of their land lease. The Scouts own the Scout Hut but have leased the land from the Parish Council since 1986. The lease is due for renewal on the 1st of September, and the Parish Council have confirmed they see no reason why they would not be renewing this for another 10 years. They fully support this project.
Thank you. Kerry, do you want to come and...
Thank you very much. Yeah, so as for the lease, it's actually with the solicitors at the moment. So, yeah, Parish Council know that we can't have this part until that part's done. So we're very much working with us to try and push that forward. As for the windows and doors, they were the original windows and doors when the hut was built. We found photos in our archive, and actually they're the original windows and doors, so they're older than I am. So now I feel really silly. But yes, so it would hopefully make it a bit warmer within there, because actually we don't have glass, it's actually plastic. So the window is actually plastic, it's not even glass. So a bit of double glazing would be amazing.
Jolly good.
I don't think I've got anything else to add, but I'm happy to take questions.
No, I think you've summed it up very well. Thank you for that. Darren?
And again, the jeopardy is frostbite in this instance.
They keep busy. They don't sit still in the winter, it has to be said.
You moving it?
Happy to.
Simon?
Happy to second.
So that's been moved and seconded. Any comments? No? All those in favour? That has been carried. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
And we now move on to number 31. And I have to say, Graham, thank you so much for waiting. You've been very patient. 7201371, North Kilworth Bowls Club, seeking £3,041.20 for a new glass washer and new carpet for the clubhouse. Do you want to give us a brief?
A brief, very brief. The club bar needs a glass washer to cope with the volume of work, both for general use and for the various social events such as quiz and bingo nights. The carpet was last replaced many years ago and was written off over 10 years ago. It will enhance the bowling club, which, together with the planned painting and veranda maintenance work, will set it up for many years. It meets the council value of promoting health and well-being. The club members are generally of an advanced age, but bowling provides a recreation that all ages can enjoy. It is a meeting place for members and non-members where they can enjoy a gentle sport, meet and attend social events. It provides a sanctuary from loneliness and a place of friendship. Bowls is a gentle sport which keeps members active and can offer younger people a chance to try a new activity and meet people. Each year we take a class from the local junior school and show them how to bowl and introduce them to the sport. The club is in the centre of the village. The green is well maintained and all are welcome. It is a wonderful asset to the village. And the request is for £3,401.20 out of a remaining parish allocation of £10,000.
Thank you very much. Graham, would you like to come forward? Work your way through the crowd. It always fascinates me when we do this. It's full and everybody's going... There you go.
So the North Kilworth Bowls Club, I don't know if you know it, it's a fantastic facility in the middle of the village. The clubhouse is a wooden shed that I'm told was originally a chicken shed, but it's big enough for us. It hasn't been maintained particularly well. So at the end of last year, after the season, the members sanded it down, renovated it and painted it. A month ago, we had a local builder redo the veranda, so that's safe. And we're now looking to find a new carpet inside. The current carpet must be 20 years old to lift the hall up for members to use. It's used for bowling, it's used for bingo nights, it's used for quiz nights, and it's open for people in the village to hire if they wish to. It's a great facility. It's got a little bar, and it's got toilets there, and it's got a little kitchen. And it does very well. We have got a glass washer at the moment that works intermittently, and we've been told it's not really fit for purpose. So the idea is to put a new carpet in and put a glass washer in for the bar.
I've got a feeling that many years ago I came up there with Cliff Baker, who you'll probably remember, Simon. That's a long, long time ago. He was an officer here, and I was chairman of leisure services at the time, and that is going back a long way. And he said, I need you to come with me, and then we ended up at your place, and that's been quite a number of years ago.
Well, someone gave me, or lent me, I should say, the original minute books for the club, which would started in 1933.
No, it was definitely after that.
Right.
Definitely after that. Okay, thank you for that. Very worthwhile scheme. Simon, do you want to...
No, it's the last application of the night, and yeah, very impressed with the busyness of it, and yeah, this will make things work better. So
fantastic. You're moving it.
Yep.
Darren?
Yeah, happy to second. So if we can help you finish your restoration project and give it a new life, then happy to do that.
Well, thank you very much indeed, and thank you for the help in filling in the forms.
I'm going to say this to you before we put this to the vote. It's been a historic night tonight because we've had the first person who ever got a grant, the 100th grant, and the 300-year-old person, which I thought was lovely. But we've also, I've just, Katie, I want to thank Katie for this. Katie's just given me a note to say that tonight we've awarded £436,983 across Section 106 and community grants tonight.
Well, thank you very much.
That really is an incredible investment in our community. So thank you for coming. All those in favour? Anyone against? Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Just with regard to the Lutterworth Masonic Association, the lady asked me to place on record her thanks to you, Soretta, for helping the application. So, yeah. Unless you're on our own.
No, we won't put that on, we'll just move on. Okay, we now move on to the next item on the agenda, which is Councillors' Ward Improvement Grants. I think Rachel has something she needs to share with us on this, yeah?
Thank you, Chair. Just to go through, the report is in front of you. This is almost a year now since the Council Ward Improvement Grant has been issued, and there's a document at the back as appendices of where the money's been allocated and who has spent the money. I won't go into the details, it's quite a lengthy report, but it's there for people to look at. I'd just like to make note around the recommendations. In the report, it's given you one recommendation. I would like to just add a further recommendation, which is threaded throughout the report. And I just...
I think that's rain.
Gosh. I'd just like to read one recommendation that to be added to this report. That the Cabinet Subcommittee grants agree that any funds that have not been spent or committed by the 31st of March 2026, councillors will have until the 30th of April 2026 to notify officers of any additional proposed projects or funding. The proposals will then be considered by the leader in accordance with the powers identified in section 4.3 of this report. And the recommendation that's already in the report about Cabinet noting this report will still remain. And I'd just like to put that forward.
Thank you, Rachel. Everybody happy with that? Simon?
Absolutely, so that we maximise the use of the funding, and yeah, that's a good way of dealing with it. I just noticed going through all these, that there's one ward where we haven't managed to get any projects forward. I'm aware that the local member is unwell, and I don't know whether that's the issue, but I wondered if we could help facilitate that in any way. I think it's usually the case that if a member's indisposed, then a member nearby would help.
I have had some suggestion from the officers that we might give a little bit of leeway with that, and I've said absolutely.
I mean, normally if a member can't, then a member in an adjacent ward could be asked to advise and help. Or I'm sure there's a way around it. You just make sure that that particular area and those villages don't miss out.
No, I think we can take that up with the member concerned and ask if he needs any help. Okay, so it has been, Darren.
Yeah, I was going to say, this doesn't reflect the current situation, obviously, in Welham Ward. All of our applications are in now. But it's devilishly difficult. If you want to help a lot of small groups in your ward, it is an incredibly complex procedure. If you want to just give half it to Sure Start, that's very easy, But if you want to help the little groups, it's been a nightmare. People have been pulling their hair out, I'm sorry. But you have supported them, but yeah, Bob's half the man he used to be.
Okay.
But just to put that down.
That's a good point. It's very well made. Okay, it has been moved and seconded. All those in favour? Anyone against? That's carried. Okay, well, there's no urgent business. It's now 11 minutes past 9. So thank you all for your attendance, and incredible the amount of money we've granted tonight, really is. And on that, we'll call the meeting closed.